Hi, Scorpio. This is your reading for the time period of September 1st to October 31st, 2021. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork, okay? So before I begin your reading, I just want to say that these readings will only be sun sign energy only, bi-monthly, and I will be doing the same thing for November and December to close the year out for you, alright? So let's see what energies are coming through for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just want to schedule a private reading, or you want insight about a situation personally or externally from you, you can send me an email to iavakasha108@gmail.com. You can also write me directly on Instagram at AmaniIfe777, okay? You were saying that something is interesting, or I'm getting the idea of someone that you live with as well. Like you may live in an apartment complex, you may live in your own home, and you have a love partner. Or I also get a cousin. Something may be interesting about a cousin. You may live with a cousin, or they live elsewhere. So it just depends on the energy that's coming through. Someone could be saying that about you, but we'll find out. Alright, Scorpio, so the Emperor energy is here. I'm getting this idea of a husband. So if you're a woman, then you may have a Aries or a Taurus male as if it's not a husband, then they're like a boyfriend. They are they're a man, but they're someone that you're really close to, like a cousin. They're a husband, they're a friend, they're some type of partner to you. Okay, but if it's not only that, the Emperor energy was to be somebody in court. I also get this idea of a procedure. So there may be a procedure that I also get this idea of divorce and things of that nature, or getting married in court, or getting documentation put together for a divorce. It just depends on the energy that's coming through. And Emperor energy, I get helps a Sag. An Emperor energy that you're tied to, they help a Sagittarian energy that you're tied to. So the Sag could be your partner to some extent, or they're a family member, they're a cousin, they're a co-worker, but they get helped by an Empress energy. The Emperor energy may be someone that is in the court system. They could be an officer, like a governmental official of some kind that you are interacting with, or the Sagittarian energies, or they're going to interact with the Sagittarian energy. So one reason why that's happening is either to finalize a divorce, to get a divorce, initiate a divorce, to finalize some type of documentation for a marriage, or to even go to court to get married. So that's the reason why the Emperor energy is present. If it's not marriage related, then it does. I also get occupation. If it's not marriage related, it does have to do with your occupation, or the Emperor energy's occupation, or somebody's occupation, okay? And something's going on there. So somebody may approach you about the status. Okay, somebody may be approaching you, or they plan on approaching you on the status of your living arrangement, or the status of your job. Or they're doing that with the Sagittarian energy. Someone could have also asked the Emperor energy to approach you with that objective, or someone could have asked someone could have asked the Emperor energy to approach the Sag. I get someone external. So if the Emperor energy is approaching the Sagittarian energy with that same objective, someone unknown external contacted the Emperor energy for the Emperor energy to then contact the Sag, vice versa. But it has to do with the logistics of at least initiating a divorce, or like doing the finalizations for that, getting on board in a job, or at least figuring out what's going on with you in your job, or the Sagittarian energy job. It just depends on the energy that is coming through, however that resonates. The Princess of Cups energy, the costume designer, is here. Princess of Cups could be a family member. It's a princess, so it's definitely someone that is younger than you. I get a Sag child, so a Sagittarian may have a child that is a Princess of a Princess of Cups energy, so a water sign energy that is a child. So it's your child, or the Sag has a child, or the Emperor energy. This could be their child, their sister, their coworker, or your sister, your coworker, your child, or that's the Sagittarian energy. Whatever it is that's going on with someone here that they're tied to, like this. The Spirit is also telling me that you don't know about this individual. You don't know about them yet, or you're going to get details about this person. So the Sag, before I move any further, the Sag could be your partner. Like, they could be married to you, they could be your sibling, they could be your coworker, whoever it is that they are to you. This energy, I get hiding a child. They are hiding a child, and this energy is showing up like the child. The Princess of Cups energy could also be your kid that you have with an Emperor energy, or the Emperor energy knows about the Princess of Cups energy, and that's the reason why they may be coming out of nowhere to approach you. So either Princess of Cups is coming out of nowhere to approach you, or an Emperor is coming out of nowhere to approach you in regards to this child that you don't know exists. So it's your family member's child, it's your partner's child, it's your child, and something's going on with the parent of the child. The Sag is the parent to the child. It just depends on the energy that's coming through, okay? Or if they're not somebody's child, then they're on a will. If they're not only somebody, yes, they could be somebody's child that's on a will. Something is important about the will. The will may include your documentation, identification, and information, and this energy is on it. So the Spirit is saying that you don't even know about this child if it's a kid, or it could be like a preteen, somebody that's younger than you. You don't even know that they exist, but they receive some type of benefit from your ex, or this energy could be your child, and you have a partner with, your partner has other children. If whether you're a woman or a man, your partner has other children. The Princess of Cups is showing up as the embodiment of that other child or those other children. Or it's the Sagittarian energy that has someone is secretive about the fact that they have a child, and you don't know the child exists. Something about the child doesn't exist. So either you don't know that they exist at all, you don't even know if they're born, or something's going on with you know they exist, but something's going on with this child's like status in a country, like the child's status in a family, like the child being put on paper. Like somebody could just be born, but they don't have the paperwork. Like the paperwork, they don't have any paperwork attached to them. They don't have a social yet. They don't have any documentation yet. So you may know about that paperwork, or you don't know anything about the physical child. The success is here, or somebody doesn't know that about you. Somebody may not know. I also get this idea of pregnancy. Someone may not know that you have a partner that is pregnant. You don't know someone in your family is pregnant, and something's going on with that child, or the documentation for that child. Someone doesn't know that you're expecting, if you are at the age where you can expect a child. The Six of Pentacles energy is in the waiting position. So the Six of Pentacles is success. It's in the waiting position. I get a return. You could be waiting, or that happened to you this year. That could have happened to you in June of this year. It's a 6, right? Or any date that has a 6 in it may be really important to you. But this could have happened this year, where you could have been waiting on a return. Again, what happened to the rest of it? You could have been waiting on a return and trying to figure out what happened to the rest of the return. Or you could be receiving your tax documentation, or applying to get your tax documentation early from a job that you work in, or a business that you run. I get something is off. So you're looking at that, and something is off. Something is missing from some type of documentation that you are expecting to come in the mail. Something is missing on the documentation that you're supposed to, tax documentation that you receive from a personal business or a private business that you run. But I guess somebody stole. So when I said that somebody stole the taxes from a personal business or a job that you're in or a business that you run, somebody took those taxes. Or they have an illegitimate child. They have an illegitimate child on the taxes. That's why I said you don't know. I'll give you a perfect example. If you have an ex that you may going through a divorce with, you may be going through a divorce with an ex. You may have had a child with that ex, or they had a child from someone else, or they had a child with you. Or something's going on, your ex may have a child, still receive benefits. Your ex may have a child with someone else, but they still receive benefits, or they still receive a tax refund from what they used to file with you. If you did file taxes with a partner, like an ex-husband and an ex-woman, they have their child or their children on that return as well too. But one of those kids or that one child, you don't even know the child exists. So you're getting your tax return, or you're getting your taxes back, and you're confused. Who is dependent on my taxes? Who is this woman? Who is this woman? So somebody may be asking you, okay, someone may be confused as to like, who is this woman? Like, who are you? Like, you may be benefiting off of something and someone's confused as to why you're somewhere. Or you're like, who is this woman? Like, Prince of Cups energy could be a woman if they're not a child. And their ID, their name or their ID is on your information. So you could be going to court. And you may have to go to court, or you're going into the office, or you're checking something online, and you're looking into your account, our benefits account. You're checking your insurance, you're checking your 401k, you're checking these things online, and you're looking, and you're a dependent. You're looking and you're seeing the name of a dependent that you don't know the dependent exists. So a dependent could be a whole woman. The dependent could be a kid you don't know exists. Or it's somebody's child, or the child, it belongs to your ex. The dependent is also a woman that your partner is dealing with for business or love. Or it's a woman, Princess of Cups energy could be a woman that you're dealing with intimately or for business, and you're adding, they ask, you could be adding their information onto your return, onto your information, and you're not telling the fire sign energy like the Sag, the Aries, or there's a Taurus there as well. You may not be telling those men that. Sag could be a woman as well. We have an Aries male there and a Taurus male. Or if they're men, they're doing that to you with a Princess of Cups. That it's important that you know that somebody exists, they don't exist. Oh, I see what's going on. The spirit emphasizing somebody existing also and not existing, and a fake name. Somebody may be adding a fake name onto some type of documentation. Like somebody could be adding a fake name to it. Somebody's adding a fake name. So I also this idea of pretending to have a child. Are you pretending to have a child? Is the Emperor pretending to have a kid? Or they may be taking on, you or someone external may be taking on the identification of a child, that the child really doesn't exist, but somebody's using like a fake name, and they're saying that, okay, this is my child. So, I see what's going on. Somebody's trying to do that. If someone is illegal about doing that, the spirit is saying, but someone is doing that, like you or these elements external. Someone is doing that where they're using the name, they're using a fake name, or they're using a name for a child that does not exist, or they are using the name of a child that they do have. So there's a child that's not real, and they just made up a name, but it's so that they can receive benefits. So it's like somebody pretending to be pregnant. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. Somebody could be pretending to be pregnant and they're really not pregnant, but they're naming their child that does not exist, but it's fake, it's not real, but they're adding that on as so that somebody can receive an extra benefit. So I don't know if you're doing something like that, or these energies, some Princess of Cups and Sag, and what else? The Emperor energy underneath. Somebody, I get helping each other. All those elements are helping each other to something like that you have going on. So before I move any further, the Sag or the Emperor energy underneath, they have children, or they have one child that they added on to your business. They added on to something that you're supposed to return tax-wise for a business that you're in or a business that you run, and you're looking at your documentation or your return, whatever type of documentation, and you're like, who is this woman? Is their partner, their new partner, or is their child? Or something also isn't real about a child. So somebody's pretending to have one, and they're creating a name for it, and they're adding that to the information so that they can receive an extra benefit. So an ex is doing that, or you're doing that to somebody, and you could be trying to receive an extra benefit for yourself by doing that. But something about doing that is illegal, okay? Interesting. The Seven of Futility is here. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords kind of introduces the idea of the air sign element being present as well, looking at Aquarian, Libra, Gemini, right? Something's going on with them. Or it's just Seven of Swords will be making plans, to get some type of documentation. The swords kind of give you the idea of like online communication, emails, text messages, inboxes, things of that nature. But I also get the idea of why someone is writing you, or why you're writing somebody, why you're writing someone. So you may be trying to figure out why the Emperor or a Sag or a Princess of Cups even. Princess of Cups, if they're not a child, I mean, yeah, you may have a child. You could be on your Instagram page, for example, and then somebody like this younger person, it could literally be a child that belongs to your partner. There's a child that belongs to your partner that the child is old enough to use Instagram. Whatever, the child is old enough to use Instagram, and they're like communicating with you, and you don't know who it is. You don't know who the person is. They may be communicating with you through a fake profile or a fake name on Instagram or Facebook, and you're like, who's that person? You're confused. Because maybe there could be a situation here where your ex has a child that they're older, like they're grown. You may have never met them before, or like I said, you don't know they exist, or you never met them before, like in person. Or it's a baby. Not a baby. It's a younger person that they're dating your partner, and they're dating your partner, and they're following you on Instagram or Facebook. Or they once dated them, or they currently date a partner, or they just deal with intimately or business-wise, they deal with your partner, but you never met them, and you don't know that they deal with your partner like that intimately, like sexually, or like, what do you call it, sexually, or like for business, they deal with each other, or they're dating. They're like, your ex has a partner that's approaching you online, and you're like, who the hell is this person? Whatever it is, you don't know who they are, or you don't know they're following you. You don't know they're following you. Something is also undetectable as well. Something is undetectable, whatever that means to you. Something is also undetectable. It could be your phone. It could be like a setting on your phone. You know what I mean? What's another way of something being undetectable? I mean, what do you call that? Like, I don't know. Like luggage and things of that nature. Something could be going on with luggage, or like a phone number, things of that nature, like tracking. Undetectable. Like, undetectable means that something can't be found, basically. Like, typically when people use it, they are referring to like a lost package or a phone that's not showing up on the Wi-Fi in the area. So something may be going on with that, with you and them, or the Sag, the Emperor, the Princess of Cups. Something's going on there with that as well with them too. Or something's undetectable, meaning like you can't be found. Okay, I see. You may be in a situation here where you may not want, some of the words, you may not want, I keep getting this idea of the ex, you may not want to be found by an ex. An ex may not want to be found by you. Or a partner doesn't want You may be in a relationship with someone that they don't want you to know where they are. You don't want them to know where you are. So the undetectable would mean someone can't find you. You can't find them. But they're looking for you to six of success. They're also looking for you so they can obtain some type of information. I get your whereabouts. They want to obtain information about your whereabouts, or the whereabouts of your finances, or the whereabouts of your documentation. So they're sending someone that they're dealing with for business, love, or sex, or it's a child that they have that is old enough to use social media, that they're sending in disguise to contact you to ask you some interesting questions. So, but it's to relay back to the fire sign energy that's underneath. It's to relay back to the Aries. It's to relay back to possibly Leo and Sag elements, or there's a Taurus there as well. It's to relay back to them, right? But I get this idea of using intuition. So you're going to run into a situation where you're going to be communicating with someone like that, and the spirit is saying use your intuition. It can have something to do with like an opportunity, someone you meet outside. Like if it's not only happening online, you may step outside and somebody's approaching you, but the spirit is saying that that person that is deciding to approach you is, they're connected or interconnected to your partner somehow, your coworker somehow, your lover somehow. They're tied to them. They deal with that person secretively, or they're just trying to obtain. They could just ask someone. They could ask someone that lives in your building. They could ask someone that works in your job to approach you, and I get be comfortable. They ask that person to be comfortable with you. Try to be comfortable with them. So if it's happening online, it could be like an online class that you're in, and someone in your class is a dating partner. Someone in your class, if you're in school, is dating your partner or an ex that you have. They're dating them, and that person may be approaching you. It just depends on what's going on. Someone may be. I also get something about jealous and envy feelings. So someone may approach you because they're jealous. They may be jealous and envious of you. They may be approaching you because of that. They may approach you, or like somebody that can't stand. Someone may not be able to stand you, vice versa. But it's because they have an envious or jealous feeling towards you. But they're tied to, they do business, or they just work with your current partner, or they are the new partner to your ex. They're the new partner to an ex that you have, or your current partner deals with them on the side, or something like that. And you're being approached by them, or you're approaching them, but there's jealousy there. So for whatever reason, it's happening on Facebook. It's happening in a class. It's happening in a class. It's happening in a workplace. It's happening online, like Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so the Three of Swords energy is in the future, and then you have the instincts is the Hangman. So the Hangman, you may be trying to figure out something about a situation. You may be confused. I get why they're somewhere. You're confused as to why a Princess of Cups energy is somewhere. Why are they in my class? If you're in school, why are they in my class? Why are they in my inbox on Facebook and Instagram? What's the situation? Why are they, what is it? Why are they lurking? Why are they watching me? Whatever it is, you're confused as to why they're somewhere. Wherever they're online, or they're physically around you, or just popping up out of nowhere, and you're like, who's this person? Or you know who they are, and you're like, why are they there? Why are they there? Hangman. And your instincts, they want more information. Like somebody may require more documentation from you. They may require a signature from you. Whatever it is. Somebody needs something from you, like a fingerprint. They need some type of documentation to make something legit for the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups being sent, or they're approaching you on their own. They may not even have necessarily been sent, but they're just approaching you on their own. But I get familiar. They're approaching you on their own because there's a familiar feeling there. Like they they deem you to be familiar, and for whatever reason, they deem something to be familiar to you, or they're familiar. Like, you could be saying that, like, this person looks familiar, or they're saying that about you. They look familiar. You could have had that thought in your mind. Seven of Swords, that may have crossed your mind. You're like, she. I feel like I've seen her before. Like, that could be your voice. Someone may be stalking. I don't know. Someone may be a stalker, and you're like, didn't I see that person on the bus? Didn't I see that person on the train? Didn't I see that person on the turnpike where I stopped on the shoulder to take out something out of take out something out of my trunk? Didn't I just see that person drive by? But I get eerie, like something may be eerie about that, or I keep getting this idea of lurking, like somebody may be lurking like that around you, like someone may be lurking, but it has something to do with taxes. It has something to do with taxes or information that you're finding out about what happened to missing taxes. They're responsible, the reason to why taxes are missing. That's why Hangman is there in the instincts. But somebody's lurking. I get scared of you. Someone is lurking because they're scared of you. Whatever. The Nine of Wands energy is in the accomplishment. There's a lot of purple here. I feel that's why I say using intuition about what happened to some money. Using your intuition about her. Using intuition about Aries male and Sag male female, like using your intuition about the fire sign. Just could be Leo as well too, but it's who they send. So right when I hit Leo, it's who they send. It's who they're sending to you. Like the fire signs are trying to send someone to you. They're trying to send someone to you, whatever that, like sending someone to you will mean, say for example, say you work with kids, say you work with children, for example, and there's a child that you are working with. I get cousins. So the child could be your cousin, or the child is your cousin's child. But you don't know they're your cousin's child. Something could have happened taxes with a cousin. A cousin could have taken something tax-wise from you. A cousin could have taken something. Or the cousin is just involved with the taxes, but they're using their own child to go through you to obtain that information for whatever reason. A cousin is doing that, an ex is doing that, or you're doing that to someone, or your current partner is doing that with a partner that they have. I had a lover. Your current partner is doing that with a lover that they have on the side. So, for example, say you go on Instagram and you're being approached by her. You're being approached by someone. Use your intuition is, I get a specific question. Use your intuition into why they're asking you a specific question. So either it's happening online with you with them, or it's happening in person. Why are they asking me this question? Like, this is a little personal. I'm not going to tell you where the hell I'm working. I don't know who the hell you are. That could be your thought about somebody. So there's confusion with that, but I was getting back to the idea that when I hit Leo last, they're sending someone to you to obtain information about a skill that you have as well. They want to get information about a skill that you have. So if it's not necessarily tax related, then it has something to do with a skill, some type of skill that you have. Drawing, writing, singing, dancing, etc. Cooking. It's a costume designer. The Princess of Cups is right next to the Nine of Wands. You could be embodying Princess of Cups energy. You may do something really well with your hands. You may sew. But the Nine of Wands wants to understand that. Somebody will be nervous about coming towards you, but want to start a business with. So the fire sign energies may want to have you involved with their business, or they want to create a business for you or help you do that, where you can work on your craft basically, or use your craft in a non-conventional way. They want you to use your craft in a non-conventional way, whatever that means to you. Non-conventional meaning like in a non-conformist, something that's out of the norm, a little bit more of an eccentric perception to a skill that you have, or you take on an eccentric. You take on your position or your skill, you use it in an eccentric, non-conformist or non-conventional way already. but somebody likes that, but they don't know how to approach you because they're like, I want to work with you, I like what you're doing, but I get rejection. Like someone may be thinking, you may be thinking that about someone, or someone may be thinking that you are going to reject them. Someone may be thinking that. So that it could be as simple as an ex may want to get back with you, you know. An ex may want to get back with you, or they realize how talented you are, and they want to feed into that all of a sudden. Someone may not have been believing in you before, and now they do, and because they realize how much money they can make off of you. So they're sending someone that you either know or you don't know, or you've never seen, to approach you. The Nine of Pentacles is in the spiritual self. Nine of Pentacles would be money. It's all money here. So charity, you know, you could have been charitable to someone you didn't even know you were being charitable to. You know what I mean? Nine of Pentacles, you know. You may make a lot of money. You may hide. You make a lot of money. A percentage of that money you may hide or you conceal from someone. You conceal the money. You conceal it. You're concealing the money, but somebody thinks you're doing that. Someone thinks you're concealing your funds so that they won't see. But I get another tax document. So somebody could be, someone external, maybe, someone external, I guess through your business. Someone external may be for receiving taxes, but they're taxes that are coming from through your business. They're coming from your business. But you don't know that someone external is receiving taxes from your business. You know or you don't know. That's why I'm like, where's the money? What happened to the rest of this? Whatever the situation is there. Somebody's doing that through your business. Or, so I guess something is profitable. Like, you could be doing that yourself, and you're realizing something is more profitable than meets the eye, or fire sign thought. That's the fire sign energy's thought. That something that you're doing is more profitable than you even realize. And you may not even be filing taxes on something that you don't realize. This is like sleeping on a talent, basically. As simple as that. You have that thought about someone else. They have that thought about you. They realize that they could file taxes through your business for something that you don't necessarily file taxes for. Or there's another, like your business can have more than one tax paper. You may only have one tax paper for one business, one job. Someone found a way to have duplicate copies of that, or they found a way to file taxes on something that you may not pay attention to. You don't know that you could file taxes for. And that's the fire sign energy. And that's why they're sending someone. They realize that they can do that with your stuff, but it's so that they can benefit a partner that they have, a child that they have. Because they realize, like somebody could be doing that. Someone could be doing that and you're not aware. Like, you're really not aware. Like, someone could be making money off of you and you're not aware of it. Like, taking your writing and selling it. But it's to feed their children. It's to feed their lover. It's to feed their family. But they're not coming towards you 100% to tell you that that's what they're doing. Whatever, it just depends on what's going on. But the Nine of Pentacles, you may make a lot of money with, I got a main job. You make money with your main job. You may do something on the side that you may not be making a lot of money from. Someone else external, like an ex, a family member, a co-worker, someone realized that, he or she's not paying attention to those products that he or she made a couple of months ago. I'm just going to take that stuff and sell it and use the money and give it to somebody. Or I'm just going to go online and create this account for this online store that she ain't paying attention to. So I'm gonna get the taxes from that to give to my damn children. Whatever. Or I'm gonna put that in my account. The hell, he's not paying attention to this. He or she's not paying attention to that. The Princess of Swords energy is in the mentality, and that's something that your ex's new partner knows that is going on with you, or it's like your current partner does that and they don't tell you, whatever. Or something's going on with, like, I also get fake identification. Something is happening with somebody. That's why I said with, like, creating a child, but the child is real, the child isn't real, and creating a name, or someone's going on with somebody using some type of fake identification in regards to a business that you do have going on separately from them. You know? Wow. So the fake identification is so that they can receive some type of extra tax paper, or so they can even file. Like, somebody could be doing this for you in a good way, or someone is doing that to just benefit themselves or benefit children or a partner that they have. Or you could be doing that to someone, right? Princess of Cups, like I said, could be your child, your family member, your partner of some kind, and you want to take care of them. Your ex could be the fire sign. You were taking something from them. They may think that you're doing that. Someone may think that you're taking something from them for whatever it is. Like, it has something to do with hiding money. So if somebody thinks you found a way to make money off of them, it has something to do with you hiding money or them hiding money. They're hiding money because it's money that they were able to make. It's a benefit that they were able to receive with your documentation. That's why they're hiding money. And if you're hiding money, it may be the same thing. They may have the same thought. Whatever. But the Princess of Wands is here, so that's a co-worker, that's somebody's kid, family member. Hangman is with them as well too. So you have the Princess of Cups, you have the Princess of Swords. It's someone that's younger than you as well. They're younger than you. But they work with a Sag. They may work with a Sag. They may be the Sag element's partner if it's not only Princess of Cups. They do something with a Sag or an Aries or a Leo. Whatever it is they do with a Princess of Swords energy. Something's going on with them. The Seven of Swords resides with them. Right? But I get this idea of getting somebody locked up. Like, or trying to do that. Someone may be thinking that you're going to try to get their lover. Someone may be thinking that you're going to try to get their lover locked up. So if you're a woman and you have an ex, if you're a woman, you have an ex-man and their new partner is a Princess of Cups or a Princess of Swords, one of those elements shouldn't be involved. One of those elements should not be involved. And then your partner is thinking, or them, your partner or one of them is thinking that you want to get them locked up. The only reason for that is one element is into why that's happening, or why somebody has that thought is because of the conscious decision that the fire sign energy is making to have them sent to you. However they're being sent to you, they may be approaching you on their own. Aggressively. They may be approaching you aggressively, but it's because they're jealous or they're envious, so they're approaching you aggressively. But they're choosing to be involved with your things, but they're approaching you aggressively, which doesn't make any sense. But they're doing it on their own, or someone asks them to approach you aggressively. But it's protective for someone to approach you aggressively, because it's like someone's also scared of you, someone is jealous of you, someone is envious of you, that the fire sign energies have intertwined with your things. I don't know if you have someone intertwined with the fire sign energies things, or at least they think that you have somebody intertwined like that with their things, or you're hiding money, or they're hiding money. The money that they're hiding is from something that you have. They're giving that money to their lovers or their girlfriends or their friends or their children, and you're being approached by them, or you're being approached by them, you're approaching them, right? Whatever it is. But somebody thinks that you want to get somebody locked up, or they think that you're going to try to get them locked up, right? But it has something to do with what they're approaching you with. They may be, like I said, aggressively. They may be telling you something really interesting. They may be sending you something. I was thinking a threat. They may be sending you a threat. Are you sending them a threat? Like an inbox threat? Whatever. Call you, text you. They may have texted you. They wrote you something. Whatever it is. Whatever it is that they're doing, and something may or may not get extreme, and that's why the Emperor energies are underneath. They could be a police officer, with the Emperor. You may want to contact them to investigate. You want to contact an Emperor to investigate a Princess of Swords or a Princess of Cups. Because their aggression, I keep getting jealous. Their aggression is jealousy. And their aggression is jealousy, and they want to make your life a living hell. I don't know, or you may want to do that to them. But somebody is either afraid of getting incarcerated. You may end up being, I don't know, someone is afraid of getting incarcerated, and it could be the Princess of Swords that's afraid of that, or the Princess of Cups is afraid of that. If it's not only like a child that is, that you're being set up to work with the kid. So you don't know you're being set up to babysit or work with a child you don't know is your partners or ex-partners or current partners. Or it's their love partner, somebody's lover that you're interacting with, and they are receiving a benefit and you have no idea who they are. But someone is jealous, to the point where you feel like you want to like call the police on them. I mean, somebody's jealousy is ridiculous. The Queen of Swords energy is in the changing position. So the Queen of Swords, like I said, air sign, female. There's children here. Then you have a Queen of Swords, Aquarian, Libra, Gemini, that's a female. But she's annoying. So when I said that, she's annoying. Like the air sign female is annoying to you. Something is annoying about them. But they may not, like, I keep getting this idea of conceal. They may have created a profile that they're using the profile, but they concealed themselves in the profile. They concealed themselves. Like, this is like somebody following you on Instagram and they have a picture. They may not have a picture of their face, but they have a picture of a cat, for example. And then there may be nothing in their profile. There may be nothing on their page. And they're writing you, or they're just watching you. But the reason for it is envy, or whatever it is. Or they get paid from something that you have, or that you operate online. And they're watching you. Like they watch you, or like they're trying to write you. It is to write you, call you, text you. But if it's not only that, they're also in the changing position. I get letting go of. You're also letting go of them. If it's not someone is sending to you to bother you, you are dealing with them and you're letting them go. It's how they're involved. It has something to do with how they're involved. Whether that's how they're involved through someone else you used to deal with, or you currently deal with, or how you were involved with them yourself. What they didn't tell you. Why they're present. Who sent them? Do they have a kid? Like this is a queen, so this is someone that's older now. These are children, so there's children here that I keep getting your partner, whether their ex or their current partner, has children with a Queen of Swords, and you may have worked with their kids or you've interacted with their children before. If those two elements are children and these aren't adults, then there's children here that belong to your current partner or your ex. This energy could be the mother of those children, and you ended up having some type of interaction with those kids. And that may be jealousy. That may also be where their jealousy is coming from. But it has something to do with your ex. They could be an ex. They could be an ex that had another child that you've never, that's what I said. They could be an ex that had a child that you've never seen. And somehow you ended up interacting with the child. So their babysitter could have dropped off their child. Your ex's babysitter could have dropped off their child to your business. Like you say you run daycare, for example. Or your ex's new girlfriend that you never met wants, your ex's new girlfriend wants her children in your school and your program, or your ex's children that you don't have with them. They want you to babysit them. Like if you have put up a babysitter ad or something like that, and you have no idea. Like it's the idea is having no idea, or it's like really if you're a woman and you're dealing with this individual, you may work with them or you work with their children if they have any kids. But it's the whole point of it. I think it's really important. Something that is happening here is really important that you know or you find out. Because taxes are involved with it. Well-being, financial well-being is involved in it. So it could be like federal aid and what do you call it? Benefits, governmental benefits that you received, someone receives, but they interfere with. So when I said that Queen of Swords interferes with that, they interfered with it, or they interfere with that. They found a way to interfere with that for themselves or for their children that they have. However they're tied to you, however interconnected they are to you, they interfere with those benefits somehow. But it's because of jealousy that they interfere with those benefits. Right? The resolution has the Emperor, sign of Aries and Libra. So you're dealing with a Libra there as well too, going towards the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords would be the frustration that you have with the Queen of Swords energy and Princess of Swords and somebody's kids and younger people that you don't know how. This is like, say you're a teacher and say you are a female teacher and your male ex-partner had children with someone else, and those children are becoming your students. I'm just giving an example. Those children are becoming your students. Those children are in a daycare that you work in. The children are, what's another situation? The children you're running into somehow, like on the street, or they were asked to go run up to you or say something to you. I don't know. But you don't know, like, it's like you don't know, or you're not aware of who they are. You're not aware of who they are. But the Empress energy is the Aries and Libra, so they're in the resolution going towards the Three of Swords, because the Empress, if they're a mom, you could be shown up there like an Empress. They have details. The Empress energy has details about an interaction that her children. The Empress energy has details about an interaction you're going to potentially have with her children. Something like that. Or you interacted with the Empress energy's children. The Empress energy children could be a Princess of Swords or Princess of Cups. Right? So one of those elements could be a partner, and you're interacting with your partner's mother, and something is going on there with your partner's information. Something's going on with your partner's parents' information, your mother's information, who's on your mother's information, or what your mother taunting. What your mother may be taunting you, a motherly figure may be taunting you, or a motherly figure has details about who is taunting you and why, if that's happening to you. If you may be expressing, whether a cousin, a family member, they're a partner, they're a mom, whatever it is that the Empress is to you, they have who's following you. They have details on who's following you, like either online or out in the street. They have details on somebody that's following you on Facebook and Instagram. Something like that. And though that element is tied to the Sag, it's an Aries, Libra tied to the Sag. Queen of Swords tied to the Sag. Leo. Children. You ended up with somebody's kids, babysitting or working with somebody's children, teaching somebody's children. Spending a child, you could be going outside and a random kid is just run up to you and you're like, who's this kid? You know what I mean? Like, who's this child? Who is this girl that keeps writing me every minute? Alright, let me do an outcome here. Or women. Alright, so Ace of Pentacles, it does have to do, it does, that's why I said ended up working with someone. It does have to do with the Ace of Pentacles energy. It has to do with, this is happening to you in a new job. So somebody that you're interacting with could be Queen of Swords, could be Empress, Princess of Swords, job environment. I running through all of them. They're in your job environment. And they have secretive information about an ex, or they know your ex has another child. They know your ex has a child. They know or one of them, somebody is that, or like, what's the situation? Or the partner, ex, current partner. They know who your current partner is dealing with, like for business or love, which is really interesting. They know who your current partner is dealing with or working with. That person is jealous, and one element, that person is jealous, or those women are jealous. A lot of women there, and they're approaching you. And like, okay, another interesting example is that you may be tied to, I get a Leo. You also are tied to a Leo, and the Leo may like you. A Leo, 9 of Wands, a Leo may be defending their feelings towards you, but I get annoying them. So it may be annoying an Empress. It's annoying a Queen of Swords. It may be annoying a Princess of Swords or a Princess of Cups. It's annoying these women or these girls. Like, it's annoying them, like younger girls. Like, say you're 30 years old, and the princesses could be like 20 something, or they're 18 or 19. They get like Leo. So those elements, they like a Leo, whether they're women or they're like younger women, like 18, 19, early 20s. If you're 50, they're like 30s, 20s, I don't know, something like that, if they're not little kids. They like someone that likes you. But I keep getting this idea of taunting. Because someone that likes you, because they like someone that is looking at you, that person that is looking at you may not be looking at them. Hence the reason for the jealousy. So they're contacting you to taunt you, or you may be contacting them to taunt them back, if that's happening. It doesn't have to be extreme. It's just like, I keep getting this idea of an annoyance. I'm looking at the Queen of Swords, they're like an annoyance to you. But it's happening in a workplace, and there's another secretive reason as to why it's happening in a workplace environment, whatever kind of job you have. All right, Scorpio. Let me know how it resonates with you. Be well. Take care. Bye.